There's a high school in New Jersey, dear old Bloomfield, bless her name. And we've loved her, yes, we've loved her, since the day when first we came. So all hail to alma mater, and pledge eternally to live and die for Bloomfield's eye, in love and loyalty. Soon the time will come when leaving brings sorrow to each heart, and we'll say goodbye to Bloomfield. Let us promise ere we part, though the years be long, whenever we may meet, we'll join in praise and thank our alma mater for our good old high school days.
Gotta need it. And your uncle. You saw him? They're running in the side door, bro. I'll take care of you, Sawyer. Me too.
Thank you to our magical singers under the direction of Assistant Director Julia Aiello. And thank you to Vice President of the class, Kayla Valente for getting us started and leading us in the pledge. Good morning, and welcome to historic Foley Field. 2021 is a historic year for many reasons, one of which is that it marks the 150th year that the Township of Bloomfield has had a high school, and today marks the 167th commencement exercise at Bloomfield High School. I know that I speak for the superintendent and all of the faculty when I say we are humbled to be part of such a long-standing history at Bloomfield High School, and we are proud to have the privilege of serving this community, and we are thankful to all of you for trusting us with your children, the members of the class of 2021. I think we can all agree that the class of 2021 was on the short end of the stick as far as senior years go. But today is a day of celebration. So rather than focus on what this class did not have, I would like to encourage the students and their families to be thankful that we are all here together today, here at Foley Field on this beautiful day, to celebrate them and all of their successes. Today is a day you will remember for the rest of your life. So take it all in and enjoy the moment. I would like to thank our superintendent, Mr. Goncalves, for all of his leadership during the pandemic crisis, along with Assistant Superintendent Flores, Business Administrator Groh, the Central Office Directors, and the members of the Board of Education. Mr. Goncalves always made sure that our students' well-being was the top of the priority for the district. Thank you, Sal. I would like to recognize some of the distinguished guests who have joined us today to celebrate with the class of 2021. Our Mayor, Michael Venezia, Town Council members Nick Janau, Richard Rockwell, our Board of Education President, Jill Fishman, Board of Education members, Shane Berger, Casey Dudley, Nadisha Green, Michael Heller, Benjamin Morse, and Jessica Salinas. Our Director of Special Services, Kerry Regina, the Principal at Bloomfield Middle School, Ms. Oliveda Manzo, all the District Content Area Supervisors. Noticeably absent from our celebration today are the elementary school principals. They are busy with the last day of school at their respective buildings, but they have all sent their well wishes to their former students for continued success. Lastly, I'd like to take a moment to recognize the special people in the black robes sitting amongst the students, the faculty of Bloomfield High School. They have all gone above and beyond over the last year and a half to continue to provide their students with an outstanding education. Thank you. A special nod to our retiring faculty. Those of you who are present should stand and be recognized. Robert Beatrice, Roseanne Chimineo, Geraldine Connors Lynch, John Gallagher, Marianne Justice Balweg, Roy Pobreski, Sandy McClurg, Nodima Sandacera, and Linda Soriano. Thank you to all. And without further ado, I'd like to bring up Nisha Doshi for the class president's address.
Good morning and welcome everyone. Today is a memorable day, not only for us, the class of 2021 graduates, but also for the parents, relatives, friends, teachers, and coaches and faculty who have taken part in our growth over the past 4 years here at Bloomfield High School. We can all agree that it's been one tough year, but we're finally here. We made it. I would like to start by saying thank you to everyone who has impacted our high school experience. Thank you to our superintendent, Mr. Goncalves, to our principal, Mr. Jennings, to our assistant principals, Dr. Pierce, Mr. Scolari, Mr. Acton, Mrs. Pentragelli, and to all department administrators for your work with both students and their families. Thank you to all of Bloomfield High School's faculty and staff for creating a positive learning environment and taking personal interest in both students and their families. Thank you to thank you to our team of security for never failing to keep BHS and all of its students safe, no matter the circumstances. Lastly, I'd like to give a big thank you to our class advisors, Ms. Tessa and Mrs. Mullane. Mrs. Mullane has stuck by our side since freshman year. Although Ms. Tessa only recently became our advisor during our junior year, she has helped us tremendously in fundraising and helping us finally break our losing streak in Battle of the Classes and in rooting for all of us since day one. We cannot thank you two enough for all that you've done for us. Upon entering high school, we were told to cherish and appreciate the next 4 years, that they would be over before we knew it. As freshmen, we brushed that small piece of advice off, and we prepare for high school to feel like a lifetime. As we're all sitting here today in our caps and gowns, I can assure you that we were all wrong. I remember the first time I stepped into this overwhelmingly huge building for freshman orientation, the first time I saw all of your faces, and the first time I realized this was my next home. Being freshmen was like being the littlest fish in a really big ocean. I mean, it was nerve-wracking to even ask someone for directions because the upperclassmen looked so intimidating. As freshmen, we used to think it was so important to live the ideal high school experience. We were so caught up in trying to fit the so-called social queue, and because we were the youngest, all we wanted to do was be accepted by others, even if it meant changing who we were and acting like someone we weren't. However, I believe that's the lesson of high school. As each year passes, we mature as individuals, discover new things about ourselves, and start becoming the person that we're destined to be. As sophomore year came around, we as students found our place at Bloomfield High School. We felt like we ran this school. We were so proud of ourselves for finally mastering every turn and every staircase located in that 5-story building. Sophomore year was the one year that we were able to release the weight off of our shoulders and take a second to relax. We were no longer the new kids. We knew what was to come and what was expected of us for the rest of high school. Personally, sophomore year was my favorite. I felt as though it became easy for me to open up to others, and I slowly began to appreciate all of you guys more and more. Everything was just easy for a short period of time as we developed into our own beings. When we finally reached the title of upperclassmen, our junior year, we were told that it was going to be the most stressful year ever. In the beginning, trust me on this, and I speak the truth, it was horrible. There was no time to even breathe, with all the schoolwork, college letters, and constantly being told this was the year that counts the most. Unfortunately, our year was cut short due to a global pandemic that occurred. Although it was devastating not seeing my friends and teachers, I felt relieved to be out of school. Instead of getting work thrown at me from all different directions, I was able to complete every assignment at my own pace and with my best efforts. We all successfully accomplished our goals independently, while coming together as a community to get through the difficult time that we faced last year. Before school shut down, we as juniors were impatient waiting for our senior year to arise. Now I think we all wish that we could turn back time and go back to the previous years. I remember walking up those 5 flights of stairs every morning, struggling to catch my breath, but for some reason I've never missed that pain of that experience more than I do right now. Coronavirus has changed all of our lives individually and as a community. We all had to relearn how to live our everyday lives in just a matter of months. It's crazy to think that a little over a year ago, everything was normal. That last day of school, we all joked around and said, "See you in 2 weeks." Most of us did not even clean out our lockers because we thought we'd be back in school sooner than later. Then those 2 weeks turned into a month turned into 6 months, and it so quickly became a year since we were last in the halls of BHS. Everything in life changed so suddenly. Somehow, we were living in what will be history. Never in my 18 years of living have I seen every store out of toilet paper. I mean, it was just crazy seeing this happen. Everyone has struggled tremendously this past year to get by. Unfortunately, many loved ones were lost due to COVID-19. Many jobs and businesses were forced to shut down, leaving thousands unemployed. Many of us did not know how to accept that this was our new normal. However, we survived. We persevered, we relearned new ways, new strategies to get things done, for school, for work, and even for our weekly trips to the grocery store. I would like to thank the BHS teachers for their hard work this year. Learning virtually was extremely difficult, and I cannot begin to imagine how hard it was for teachers to adapt to teaching virtually every day, especially in light of all the technical issues that occurred. Thank you to all the teachers for making these times a little easier for us students. We appreciate you and your hard work. Bloomfield High School and its community is truly one of a kind. High school is like a roller coaster. The ups and downs are what make up the best time of our lives. Whether it was waiting in that oddly long snack line for a 50-cent cookie, or begging people for $1 after school to get a freshly baked brownie from that bake sale. It's the little things that we should cherish because those little moments make the best memories. What really affected us as a class was not getting the usual ending that seniors expect. Since kindergarten, I dreamed of the moment I would be a senior. Having the time of my life and making the best everlasting memories with my high school friends. We made the best out of what we got, and look at us now. About to graduate with huge smiles on our faces, ready for the next chapter to unfold. To my fellow graduates, when the next chapter of your lives feel uneasy and fearful, take a second and think back to Bloomfield High School. Think about all the memories, friendships, and happiness that our time at BHS has brought us. Take a second and smile, laugh, or even cry. Cherish what has come from our 4 years in high school. We are not who we were when we walked into Bloomfield High School our freshman year. We are better, we are wiser, and we are smarter. I wish I could say that we're grown, but we're most definitely not. We still have so much more growing up to do and so many more lessons to learn. It's okay to be lost right now, to question who you are or what you want to do in the future. We're not supposed to have our lives figured out by the end of high school, and maybe we still don't need to by the end of our next chapter. We're supposed to live and enjoy our lives because life is so precious and so short. And along our journey, no matter where it takes us, we will figure it out. Although we're not able to control the world around us, we're able to control what we want to put into the world. The future is truly in our own hands, so let's make the most of it. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2021.
Thank you, Nisha. And now for the salutatory address, Gabriel Faribault.
This Wendy's killer, everyone, my bad. Whew. All right. Okay, we're all good. All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming out to support us. We got quite a full house, which is great to see. Congratulations to the class of 2021. All of us have done amazing things, like getting a 4-year diploma while being at the school for just shy of 3 years. It's like a magic trick. In all seriousness, though, getting the latter portion of our education from home has made the future fly by and the past catch up. It feels like we were in elementary school only a few years ago, not allowed to use calculators, and somebody would have it in their pocket all day, learning not to talk to people online and to never catch a ride from a stranger. Ironically enough, I used my magic pocket calculator to summon a stranger to my door so I can get in their card to get to the practice for graduation. Our generation has seen immense and drastic changes throughout this beginning of our lives, more than many other generations can say throughout their entire lives. The definition of home, convenience, and connection to others has been totally flipped on its head. And these changes have morphed our class into some of the most incredible and adaptable people this world has ever seen. As we are here today, looking back on that swiftly approaching past, halfway dreaming of the future and halfway dreading it, we must take time to recognize that we are anything but unprepared for moments like these. Regardless of where life takes us after high school, whether that be into the workforce, college, the armed forces, or something else entirely, our lives are bound to change. In a world that often feels too fast to keep up with and too complex to understand, our ability to adapt has been something that we simply cannot live without. Sitting here today, it may feel as though that the world is opening up in front of us, leaving a moat we have to cross, where we're able to get chomped by alligators or make it to the other side by the skin of our teeth. However, I propose that the so-called adult life that we've all been cautiously trying to understand has already fallen upon us, whether we like it or not. Many of us already have jobs, spending hours a week to put away savings for our future, or to just make ends meet for our families. Others have been taking care of siblings, cousins, and whoever else needs it for years or even a decade, always living in a balance of the life we have to live and the life we choose to live. Even if such responsibilities and more never crossed our paths, it is plain wrong to say that we have never had to overcome hardship or react to something that we never dreamed of. I sure didn't see myself giving a graduation speech a few years ago. Of course, this is not the time to build false confidence that adult life will not be much different from how we are now. We all know that. But all of us deserve to remember how far we have come and the rich lives we have already lived. Our triumphs, and more importantly, our failures, have come to define us up until this point, and that should not change. In his 2011 Dartmouth College commencement speech, Conan O'Brien assured, "It is not easy, but if you accept your misfortune and handle it right, your perceived failure can become the catalyst for profound reinvention." It would be a lie to say that we are not nervous about how our lives will turn out after graduation today. The thought of never reaching our goals constantly pulsing in the back of our heads. I say that not only should we be ready to fail, but that we should be ready to accept and run with it. For failure provides the unique opportunity to change, to turn misfortune into a new beginning. Rarely does the world work how we want it to, something we have become all too familiar with, and this knowledge can carry us to wherever we need to be. In these final hours of our high school career, there's nothing to do but relish our victories and everything we have done to get to this point. No matter how much it feels like we have it all figured out, something I'm sure our parents have long since gotten tired of, there will always be something new to remind us of the constant fight that is adulthood. However, this cannot deter us to keep going, to roll with the challenges that appear in front of us and make them who we are. When we get our diplomas and the glamour of celebration fades away, I say with full confidence that we are ready to take on the world. It is impossible to know what exactly will come next, and that serves as nothing but reassurance that we are on the right path, even if it leads to somewhere that may not exist yet. We have earned this day with all the hard knocks and tough times it took to get here. So take a breather and try to enjoy it. Thank you all so much and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Gabe. And now, the class of 2021 valedictorian, David Odukunle.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the class of 2021 graduation. I would like to thank every student sitting before me today on making it this far in the journey that is high school. I would also like to thank the parents and guardians for supporting us on that journey, the administration for their efforts in making this graduation possible, the teachers and faculty for bearing with us for the last 4 years and having shaped us to who we are today. Oh, and let's not forget the CDC for saying that we're able to gather here in person as opposed to over a Google Meet or Zoom. As I sat down to write this speech, I kept thinking what I wanted to say. You feel throughout your life, you have so much to say, but in the moment, words are far in between. Like in an argument, when a perfect ready response comes, only to arrive a few weeks too late. So I thought of this past year and landed on a quote by Mike Patterson. You're always one decision away from a totally different life. But I added, you're always one decision and one day away from a completely different life. Remember that. A couple weeks ago, I asked 3 seniors to describe high school with 4 adjectives, one for each school year. So the responses I received were, for 9th grade, insightful, confusing, exciting. 10th grade, superb, hectic, calm. 11th grade, distant, eye-opening, unconventional. 12th grade, bizarre, nostalgic, weird. I really like that one in particular. From their descriptions, it is clear that the high school experience is many things. But what it is not is the same for everyone. High school fostered the ability for us to explore our passions through joining 3 different clubs, like the chess club, the mock trial club, the math club, and the poetry club. And in case you didn't join any clubs or have any interest, it was probably just high school. Whatever it may be, every micro decision created that experience of high school. When trying to describe high school myself, I ended up with a metaphor. High school can be like a locker. I chose a locker because everyone here at one point had a locker. For me, 9th grade was figuring out that I had a locker, learning how to open it, and returning it to it daily to fill it with books. 10th grade was having the same locker, realizing that many of my classes were on the 5th floor, and my locker was on the 2nd, so I chose not to use it for the most part. 11th grade, I was using my locker for half of the year, then midway, I had to take out all the books to go home. 12th grade was visiting that same locker that I hadn't used in over a year to see if I still knew the combination. And the realization dawned on me, I didn't. There are 2 lessons I took from this. 1, no one has high school figured out. Going into it, we have this preconceived idea of how we'll go, who we will be, and what we will accomplish. It's just high school. It's just a locker. But by senior year, my interactions with the locker were of varying degrees. Yet despite how different my use of it was, the locker remained as it is and was there whenever I needed it. Our experiences are vastly different, but the consistent thread was the high school. It was always there and available to us, from the building itself to the faculty, to our friends and our classmates. They helped us to learn, to grow, and even when we'd falter, they helped us to rise again. Lesson 2. Life can feel random and at times unfair, but we choose how we respond to it. Many of us have had different experiences over the past 4 years, but since last year, we have all been at home because of COVID. And so senior year was not what we expected, and that lack of social interaction with others had made it incredibly difficult to find the motivation, especially with, for some of us, stage 4 senioritis. But you know why we are here, class of 21? We are here because we decided to turn into Google Meet classes at 8:30 in the morning every single day. We are here today because we decided to turn on the cameras for the teachers who required it and icons for the teachers who didn't. We are here today because we survived the awkward silence that exists in the Google breakout rooms. We are here today because we stayed committed to our education. We are here today ready to graduate because we as Bloomfield students showed up. We are here today because we made a decision, not one ruled by uncertainty, but one driven by the hope that this is all for something and that it will not be this way forever. And for that, let's give ourselves a round of applause. Showing up perfectly defines what type of people we are. Despite the odds, we remain resilient in achieving our goals. I want to leave you with this. I love writing poetry, and one of my favorite quotes happen to be by Maya Angelou. It says, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." So as we move on to the next stages in our lives, whether that be getting a job, going to college, or taking a gap year, I want to stress the importance of building and maintaining relationships with others. We should continue to aspire to leave a positive impact on our various communities, friends, loved ones, and ourselves through our actions. Every day we make a decision to live a life of our choosing, And these positive decisions have brought us here today, and they will take us on forward. Once again, congratulations, class of 2021. It's a great day to be a Bloomfield Bengal.
Thank you, David. And now, with a special student's request, Daniel Nickel.
Good morning. Many of you here this morning have never attended a Bloomfield High School ceremony. They are unlike others you have seen. They are always dignified and befitting the graduation class. In a few minutes, we will be receiving our diplomas. And on behalf of the graduation class of 2021, I wish to ask this year the audience dignifies our ceremony by not yelling out, using air horns, or making unnecessary noises when your special person receives his or her diploma. We would appreciate it if you would allow everyone of our classmates' names to be heard. We recognize your excitement and enthusiasm, and we kindly request your consideration and thoughtfulness with this request. Any unnecessary noise after a name is announced makes it impossible to hear the next name. The greatest gift you can give us, the dignity of our ceremony deserves. We would like to remember you, the audience of the graduation class of 2021, as one of the class and dignity. On behalf of the class of 2021, we thank you for your courtesy.
On behalf of the administration and faculty of Bloomfield High School, we certify that the class of 2021 has met all the requirements for graduation in the state of New Jersey and the requirements as prescribed by the Bloomfield Board of Education. We present the class of 2021.
On behalf of the Bloomfield Board of Education, we proudly accept the graduates of the class of 2021. Congratulations.
David Odekunle.
Gabriel Faribaugh.
Nisha Doshi.
Kayla Valente.
Ansa Maria Bijo.
Julianne Caro.
Zoe Gelaretto.
Daniel James Nickel.
Emily Baca.
Ayana Cuberte.
Daniel Colon.
Sharv DeVay.
Rockwell De La Rosa.
Isabella DeVito.
Alexandra Dipsolis.
Casey Marine Dolan.
Nadia El Shafi.
Shauna Jaden Fletcher.
Anthony Giller.
Joel Ganella.
Shirley Gonzalez.
Joshua Gumbach.
Ella Hamberlin.
Liam Hernandez.
Melina Hidalgo.
Glory Uma Kalu.
Elsa Kawama.
Lisa Kostadakis.
Lila Matulak.
Christiana Mento.
Wilson Merchant.
Octavio Luis Morales.
Emma Morse.
Quaid Mullane.
Olivia Pirelli.
Kayla Noel Puzo.
Gwen Rioch.
Alexandra Reyes.
Nicholas Marino Rizzi.
Jessica Santa.
Aiden Schmidt.
Alexander Soya.
Nabia Tassin.
Jay Trimboli.
Ira Abalos.
Kaleem Abasali.
Reham Abdelgafar.
Aaron Abitball.
Cole Abney.
Drew Abney.
Fedin Abraham. Fedin Abraham.
Julio Rafael Acevedo.
Brandon Thomas Adams.
Anthony Augusto.
Eamon Albajas.
Gianna Nicole Abanese.
Arnaldo Alegre.
Jerry Lynn Joyce Alcazy.
Michael Almonte.
Amanda Altieri.
Janice Alvarez.
Rami Alzubi.
Kais Anderson.
Zachary Andrukowitz.
Maya Cecilia Ane.
Karina Araceli Angamarca.
Karina Devine Antigua.
Xavier Antigua.
Chinonso Anyanhu.
Saray Aparicio.
Jonathan Arevalo.
Danielle Naya Armstrong.
Alexander Aroyave.
Relbin Aruraj.
Michael Atkins.
Samantha Noelia Astudillo Torres.
Bryant Ayala.
Elkuna Awkward.
Kiera Anissa Bailey.
Ramin Barazavi.
Sean Baldaverona.
Nina Bach.
Tim Balaloy.
Alexis Lena Balkasoon.
Michael Baskerville.
Arissa Barnett.
Zachary Bazile.
Emmeline Barentos.
Alexander Beltran.
Tyler Batory.
Angelica Bernard.
Derek Bedoya.
Camille Baraspi.
Noah Burkell.
Mercedes Bingham.
Tyrese Billy.
William Bonilla.
Omar Blakely.
Annalise Barrero.
Gabriel Borges.
Caitlin Boyle.
Kaylee Boyd.
Araya Brown.
Kyra Brown.
Justina Victoria Brinchka.
Silvio Bernay.
Brandon Cabral.
Camilla Calderon.
Malaysia Calderon.
Alan Kaye.
Isabella Cancel.
Kyra Ann Carloni.
Nicole Carvajal.
Julian Carthel.
Yandy Castillo.
Julia Casson.
Alexander Kayanin.
Louis Kaimsela.
Jaleesa Sejour.
Luca Cheche.
Leonardo Chacon.
Isaac Selly.
Dante Chan.
Danielle Chambers.
Sheila Sudad Real.
Connor Charles.
Jonathan Daniel Clark.
Paris Civil.
Louis Collins.
Samantha Cleary.
Julian Cordero.
Jennifer Liz Coronel.
Marianne Correa.
John Correa.
Aiden Coulter.
Ashana Crosby.
Jada M. Crosby.
Josette Victoria Cruz.
Charlize Curcio.
Jordan Daniels.
Andre Dean.
Gerald Alec Denieva.
Nandini Delaria.
Ramon De La Cruz.
Natalie Yasmin Diaz.
Shannon Cassidy Denk.
Leah Ashlyn Diego.
Bethany DiGiano.
Gabriella DeCepolo.
Ryan Diaz.
Aniel Dominguez.
Chesley Brianna DeMonche.
Daryl Dunn.
Justice Dixon.
Victoria Echeverria.
Anthony Drakeford Jr.
Asia Edmond.
Brandon Dupree.
Jada Sade Ellison.
Chase Elias.
Celine Nicole Escobar Gonzalez.
Juan Erazo.
Nathan Espiritu.
Francesca Espinoza.
Joshua Feature.
Keandre Farquharson Urquhart.
Laura Fernandez Gomez.
Gianna Feliciano.
Marieli Ferreira.
Telmo Fernandez.
Nate Figueroa.
Bobby Figueroa.
Claudia Flores.
Jai Fisher.
Brian Fornaro.
Jaden Ford.
Joseph Fuller.
Julie Freeling.
Wahid Adel Gaeta.
Angel Furback.
Andrew Garzone.
Sujan Garti Magar.
Daniel Gomez.
Michael Ganella.
Joel Gonzalez.
Melissa Giselle Gonzalez.
Samantha Gonzalez.
Rochelle Elizabeth Gordon.
Sam Gott Tracy.
Natalie Gordine.
China Graham.
Pharaoh Graham.
Malcolm Pierre Graves Brookins.
Adani Gray.
Alexia Gray.
Katiana Gilliam.
Hannah Gully.
Peter Kajeski.
Ashley Guzman.
Ryan Guzman.
Jenrick Habibul.
Jalen Hagwood.
Anasia Harris.
Caleb Javon Harris.
Quavel Harris.
Brendan Heaney.
Mia Hartland.
Megan Hernandez.
Angeli Hernandez.
Kyle Hunt.
Elena Hodge.
Jeremiah Isilian.
Ethan Hunter.
Paula Imbert.
Angelo Intile IV.
Cameron James.
Harley Jean.
Deep Jatani.
Dylan Jennings.
Zachary Johnson.
Suhaili Harris.
Tavario Jones.
Ilana John.
Fatima Kakadendi.
Joshua Jones.
Christopher Kopaz.
Nadeja Justice.
Talia Krasaki.
Evan Kaplan.
Patrick Lamport.
Michael Cree.
John Lapugat.
Tyler Layave.
Zoravel LeBron.
Jennifer Landy.
Vernon Lee.
Alex Laraft.
Brandon Levine.
Jante Lee.
Lusari Lopez.
Roshnalyn LeGrand.
Zachary Lopez.
Natalie Lloyd.
Richard Luna.
Tiana Lopez.
Jennifer Maffeo.
Richard Lujan.
Christopher Mandra.
Adrian McDonald.
Jason Martinez.
Malazim Malachi.
Amir Matos.
Aaliyah Martinez.
Cassandra McCullough.
Justin Martinez. Tanaya Maybank.
Derek Mena Rico.
Mackenzie McManus.
Priscilla Mendez.
Jamie Mendez.
Martin Marino.
Sebastian Mendez.
Carlos Miranda.
Christina H. Miltner.
Isaiah Moyes.
Melody Mohan.
Fernando Mora.
Nasir Moore.
Trevor Morales.
Kendry Morales.
Talia Aliana Morgan.
Christopher Moreno.
Jacob Munoz.
Shirley Muhindi.
Matilda Myers.
Jacob Murillo.
Glenn's Narcissus.
Abdallah Namora.
Katia Nazir.
Anthony Nassa.
Okwana Waheze.
Carlos Noel.
Anisha Joanne O'Donoghue.
Leah Odell.
Sydney Oliphant.
Shaq Ofori.
Afraz Odin.
Josh Angelo Orjola.
Sarah Oriana.
Tashane Antonique Ormsby.
Allison Orozco.
Malia Dominique Ortega.
Tiffany Ortiz.
Liz Marie Osco.
Eric Pavone.
Christopher Passion.
Jocelyn Palma.
Jairo Pantoja.
Jasmine Pariona.
Nasir Parks Bazile.
Sade Parsons.
Adamari Peralta.
Jacob Santos Perez.
Amaya Perry.
Daniela Peters.
Sal Petty.
Joseph Pizzino.
Adam Ponce.
Joshua Porter.
Malachi Prescott.
Jean-Marie Prissois.
Millie Prieto.
Stacy Prieto.
Gianna Prisco.
Shayla Michelle Cillian Prevalone.
Kevin Pyatt.
Amaryllis Quintana.
Nathaniel Romnarain.
Destiny Ramos.
Damala Rampertab.
Deborah Monica Raymond.
Veronica Lisette Reyes.
Kenneth Riley Jr.
Brianna Angelic Rios.
Jared Rios.
Jesse Rivera.
Kyron Roberts.
Mackenzie Danielle Robinson.
Michaelia Robinson.
Peyton Robinson.
Gabriella Robson.
Hesley Rodriguez.
Stephanie Rodriguez.
Armando Rodriguez.
Sophia Romero.
Melanie Rojas.
David Rosillo.
Rosario.
Samaya Bell Ruffin.
Daphne Rueda.
Daniel Sacamano.
Kevin Saldana.
George Salas.
Isabella Salinas.
Alexander Manuel Salgado.
Luzniri Santana.
Emmanuel Sanchez.
Brianna Santander.
Ariana Santander.
Jad Sidonio.
Ariella Santiago.
Rose Sanatus.
Mia Scolo.
Brianna Shinzato.
Ravina C. Paul.
George Silva.
Nicholas Sentevin.
Christina Elisa Smith.
Dante Simpson.
Kyla Jade Smith.
Justin Smith.
Jalen Alyssa Solis.
Robin Lee Smith.
Layla Stanley.
Jeffrey Soto.
Justin Stevens.
Diala Stavro.
Davon Stevens.
Zanaya Yasmin Marion Strange.
Antoinette Suarez.
Vishal Sugrim.
Judel Supan.
Jacob Suriel.
Noah Rogoho Tayag.
David Tenasella.
Janice Tenasella.
Jared Terrell.
Makai Thomas.
Michelle Thomas.
Alexander Toshev.
Peter Tolentino.
Julian Tapasco. Rossio.
Wesley Toribio.
Brian Miguel Toro.
August Torres.
Trevor Trapp Jr.
Michelle Torres.
Kanye Tucker.
Cassidy Takitis.
Taisha Stacy Ulisse.
Rubel Udine.
Haley Marie Ungama.
Sulaimi Umana.
Kaylani Torres.
Dara Michelle Valdiviosa.
Adam Vega.
Taina Valentine.
Oscar Valencia.
Abraham Valverde.
Abel Vallejo.
Joseph Verano.
Tanya Valverde.
Sylvia Vasquez.
Carlos Vargas.
Destiny Daleen Vega.
Isaiah Vega.
Kyle Vega.
Chris Handy Vega. Chris Handy Vega.
Jordan Velez.
Jonathan Virgil.
Madison Trinity Vertis.
Ashanti Vidal.
Randall Villarell.
Christina Rose Vocatura.
Nicole Volpe.
Dawn Wadge.
Justin White Conyers.
Gavin Whalen.
Ajane Wilson.
Makai Jaleel Williams.
Brandon Wojak.
Oh, wait. Quasi Wilson.
Andrew Zayas.
Amelia Young.
Leslie Zuniga.
Francini Zuniga.
Allison Zurita.
Zahi Sawakit.
Arlene Rodriguez.
Congratulations to the class of 2021. You've made it. It's now time to celebrate. Congratulations.